My last full day in Nong Khiaw. It's gone pretty quick. I'm only here for 3 nights anyway. I was thinking about extending and maybe doing the 100 waterfalls trek. I didn't do that last time, but I don't know if my body's up to it, to be honest. I've been aching all over, so I'm going to skip it again. Gives me a reason to come back to Nong Khiaw. And so what I'm going to do now is go to the bus station and try and get a ticket to take me back to Luang Prabang. Now, it's fairly easy to get to the bus station, but I thought I'd go this way. This seemed to be logical. Google Maps tells me to come this way, then tells me to go off up a road that just doesn't exist, and to be honest, I don't think it's ever existed. I'm hoping that this road isn't just a dead end and that it will bring me back to the main high street of Nong Khiaw. Let's see, it seems to be bending right, which is a good sign. There are lots of places in the village centre that do vans to Luang Prabang, but this is the public bus station, so I think it'll be cheaper. It might be a really old shitty bus and it might be uncomfortable, but that's all part of travel, isn't it? I paid 120 to get up here. I had it organised through the hostel. Now, other people who had it organised through the hostel paid 110 and 115. So it seems to be whatever price you want to give you on the day. But I did get a very comfy bus and other people got less comfy buses. So I was fine with that, but we'll see how much it costs to actually get a bus from the bus station rather than going through a travel company. Well, this is helpful. No one here. So according to this, it's £70,000 to get to Luang Prabang North and £50,000 to get to Luang Prabang South, which doesn't make any sense because that's further. But there's no one here and I can't risk turning up tomorrow and finding the bus full. So I might have to go with a company, but I know what's going to happen. The company is basically going to charge me 120,000 or something like that, pick me up in a minibus and bring me here for the bus that I could just pay 70,000 kip for. I can't confirm then if I'm actually going to be leaving tomorrow because I don't know if I'm going to get a bus or not. I could either risk it and just turn up here and hope that there's space for me, but who knows if there's even a bus. So that means I can't really book my hostel, and the hostel I was going to go in was the one I was in before, but tomorrow all the slow boat people turn up, so it'll be quite busy, so I might not get in there. Oh, the joys of travel. This is the Q bar. I came here last night and we're drinking the 2-for-1 cocktails, and the guy who actually runs the place recognised me from 4 years ago. He actually came up to me and said, "Were you here 4 years ago?" I was like, yes I was actually. It's all changed since then. He took COVID as an opportunity to kind of rebuild the place, and yeah, so now he's got 3 floors. This is what I can remember, the kind of laid down cushions. Apparently the sunset's beautiful from up here, so I might come up here later on today if the sun even bothers to turn up today. Anyway, yeah, we had the food in here, which was fantastic. What did I have? Yellow curry. I tried bits of everything, papaya salad, lard, and yeah, it was all really good. So I've come back for breakfast and I'm going for the lard. Hello. Which is the traditional Lao dish. So, lard for breakfast. Here we are then, Laos national dish, lard. I've gone for the chicken. I was going to go for the fish, but it was more expensive. So let's just try it without the sticky rice. It's really good. So there's like bean sprouts in there. There's crispy stuff in there, I'm not sure what that is. Minced chicken, bit of mint, lime, fish sauce. This couldn't be sticky rice, I didn't ask for that, but there you go. So good. I've decided I am going to do this walk to the village of Ban Had Sao. It's about a 50 minutes walk along the Nam U River. There's not a great deal there from what I remember, but it's better than just being sat in the guest house. Let's see if along the way we might come across some water buffalo, or who knows what we might find. The last time I came to Nong Khiaw, on the very first night, we walked up this dirt road to this place, which is a bar right on the river, the Nam U, and we sat and had a beer. In fact, it is open, there are people there now. And we sat on the river, had a couple of beer lao, and just yeah, watched the sky turn black. And it's what a place to sit and have a beer. Yeah, it's open, unless they're just locals. Now the only problem with it was they're playing chuffing Celine Dion really loud. I mean, it's like this. Look at this for a setting for a bar. You know, you could play some really nice music. Sounds like they've got a bit of acoustic stuff on, which is much nicer than bloody Celine Dion. I might have said this once or twice, but Nong Khiaw is just stunningly beautiful. You don't want that dropping on your toe. Remember last time I did this walk, I was a little bit on edge because round about where I am now, there was like they were doing something. They was putting up some meshing or something like that to stop the rock slides or something like that. But we basically had to stand here for about 20 minutes waiting for them to let us pass. And all of the workers had these huge knives. And we're like, I'm in the middle of nowhere. No one knows where we are. No one knows where I am right now. Of course, nothing happened. But I've just walked past some kids heading back into Nong Khiaw. And as soon as they saw me, they all started singing. And they were singing until they walked past. And it's kind of a bit like Deliverance. The people in this village are much less used to tourists than the people in Nong Khiaw. I mean, Nong Khiaw doesn't get millions, but it does get, you know, a fair few amount of tourists, backpackers mainly. Here, just the odd one or two that decides to do this walk. So they do look at you very curiously. Well, it's just started raining, which I didn't want, but literally the second it started raining, this woman up there just appeared from nowhere, selling the hats, asking if I wanted to buy one. So where did she come from? She just magically appears when the rain starts. Anyway, I declined. I've of course got 2 raincoats in my backpack in the guest house. I've not brought either of them out. So this could be an interesting journey from now on in if it starts absolutely pissing it down. There's absolutely nowhere to hide from it. Oh, bloody hell. The rain was short-lived, thankfully. Now the sun's beating down again. I've had to cover myself in sun cream. Starting to get a bit of life now around here. A few chickens, just seen a cow, there's a house here. So I don't think we're that far away from the village now. So buddy? This is it then, the village of Ban Had Sao. Hello. Well, the kids are welcoming me into the village, that's a good sign. It's not a great deal here. It's just the local ruffians sat over here. I mean, this is real Lao, isn't it? This is village life. They're looking at me, these guys, they're saying, "Who the bloody hell's this guy?" Say, buddy. Just over here to our left, I think, maybe the primary school. I seem to remember there being a sign for a primary school somewhere around here. Well, it's definitely not this, because obviously I can't read that. This is the primary school. Had Sao. Had Sao Primary School. Not doing it at the minute, not if they're on holiday or what, but check this place out. Now, according to Google Maps, this road just goes on and on for a bit and then just comes to an end. I don't know if you can get down to the river from there. There's a path here. I'm not really convinced that taking a path through the woods in this part of Laos is necessarily a good idea. And you might think that if the local people are using it, then it must be safe, but that's not always the case. According to Google Maps, the road ends here, and as you can see, it clearly doesn't. But I seem to remember that we kind of trekked on last time, and it doesn't lead to anywhere really. It's just every now and again get a random house. So I think this is the point where I stop and turn back and go the way I came. Literally everyone says hello when you pass them. Guy going past on his bike slows down just to say hello. They're just so friendly, the Lao people. Well, I'm right in the middle of the village now. Sabadi! Hi. Sabadi! Alright, in the middle. Hello. Sabadi. I don't think we walked through the village last time. I think we were a bit nervous. But we had no reason to be. People are just curious. They're just thinking, what the hell's this guy doing here? And this tiny little village in Northern Laos. There's dogs everywhere. Oh, we've got our first water buffalo over there. I wondered when we'd see one of them. Last time I saw bloody loads. Life in a Northern Laos village. Sabadi? Well, I think that's it. Apart from, oh, look at this, we've got loads of little pigs. Look at the size of them little things. There's just bloody everything running around. Sabadi? Sabadi! Sabadi! We're all the way, Nong Khiaw. Nong Khiaw, is that for me? Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's really sweet. Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. Are you giving me a gift as well? You're so beautiful. Thank you. Oh, look at this. I got a bunch of flowers. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. What is that? Oh, man. You know when I said about how bloody sweet the little kids are? That just says it all, that, doesn't it? All running to give me a flower each, and I think a weed. I should get them pressed really, shouldn't I? Maybe I'll find a way of doing that. Well, there's not much in the village, but I knew that before I came, but it was still worth it. Walking around the little village and seeing all the little kids rushing out excited and curious, and then just as I was leaving, all the little kids coming up and giving me flowers. That's so sweet. What a wonderful place to have an afternoon stroll. Pretty much back in Nong Khiaw now. Another 10-15 minutes walk and I'll be back at the bridge. And now I'm back at this place called the watering hole. It's a bit early for a beer. I didn't particularly want a beer, but can't pass on this opportunity to have a lovely beer with these views. So here we go. Here we are then at the watering hole. Got myself a beer out. They are warm, but you get a bucket of ice with them, so that's all right. And yeah, I've just had to move away from the end table just because it's so hot. This is the view from the watering hole. It's not a bad view for a bar, is it? And they are actually playing local music and not Celine Dion this time, so that's pretty cool. So I'll stay here, have a beer, get my appetite up. then go back to the Q bar for some food, I think. Last night in Nong Khiaw. Just the one beer in the watering hole then. Now I've got a 9-minute walk to the Q bar. I'm going to have a couple more beers. Apparently it's a real good place to watch the sun go down. I'm going to have some food there. Might go Western tonight. They actually do KFC style chicken. Somebody had it last night. Looked pretty good. And it was like just over £2 or something like that. 3 big chicken drumsticks, some chips, salad. A nice safe option before I get my bus back to Luang Prabang tomorrow morning. So 9 minutes walk down here and then I'd be allowed awaits. Here we are then, back in the Q bar. Sammy's out of bed. You're awake. How you doing, my friend? I came here, I had breakfast, I had coffee, I booked my bus ticket, you still asleep. Well, that's it for my time in Nong Khiaw. I've got to say goodbye again. I feel sad as well, like I did last time. It's such a beautiful place, and all the people that I recommended come up here, they all agree, they absolutely fallen in love with it. I had a great night last night again, a bit too much of a good night to be honest. And yeah, so I bought a ticket for 100,000 from one of the agents, and basically it's a tuk-tuk to bring me to the bus stop, which is 1 minute walk away from my hostel, for a 70,000 ride. So yeah, I paid £30,000 for a tuk-tuk to take me 1 minute, but it's the only way you can guarantee a seat, so it is what it is. So goodbye, Nong Khiaw. Do you know what? I think I will be back. Yes.